This is another edition of 3D Printing News Unpeeled, live with yours Peels. So, in the really, very busy week of Formnext, we have lots and lots of news for you, of course. So, we're trying to go through some things you might have missed and some things that are very interesting and things you should probably visit. One is Boston Microfabrication. They've just released their MicroArch S350. It's a projection microstereolithography machine. Uses UV LED. It's got tolerances of around ±2 micron on parts. Has 6 different projection zones, and it's made to have more yield. So they want you to use this for parts that runs about 1,000 to 30,000 parts. There's also, and I think this is a very smart move, a automatic part removal option with a robotic integration option. It's not provided by them, but you can just have a kind of pick and place kind of machine to kind of take parts out, which of course will save a lot of time and money. So it's what is notable about this is that there's these projection, well, just generally, we could say in the micro and nanotechnologies, there's people doing surprisingly a lot of production in medical device, in a lot of like really fine mechanical kind of areas. And yeah, this is an area of our industry we don't really often look at, but these really tiny parts could have a big impact someday, I think. Another surprising thing is that Intel has invested in AMFG. AMFG is a London-based company that has MES software, so manufacturing execution software, and what it hopes to do is to apply AI and machine learning to make the whole process of getting a file printed and checking it afterwards more, better, I'll say, and easier. So I thought this was quite a surprising move, actually. Before this, AMFG got $2 million in a seed round. It got an additional $350,000 in funding from Innovate UK, and I don't know. I'm actually surprised because their installed base isn't very large, but I think it's just a very compelling idea. I think at this point. I also think this particular market, the runway is going to be really long. Ultimately, of course, there's in many years from now, there's a huge opportunity here. But in order to buy an MES type solution, you're going to have to be doing some serious production. There's not that many people doing serious production. So, if Intel Capital is really focused on the long term, then this could be a very big deal for them and a very good investment if they have the patience. Another interesting idea is that this I did not expect at all, actually. The Intel thing I didn't expect either, by the way, but this either. 3D Systems has developed into a partnership with WeMatter. So WeMatter is a Danish company. They're making kind of like entry-level SLS machines for around $90,000. And they make the gravity system, and they have the printer, and they have also like the powdering and all sorts of other ancillary equipment. The WeMatter, it's about 300 by 300 by 300 millimeter system. It's meant to be easy to operate, and now 3D Systems is going to distribute WeMatter printers. So I'm not sure. Well, why not buy them? It was my first approach. This to me is interesting that the 3D Systems would sell these systems against possibly low-cost Chinese systems, or sell them against the Formiga line from AOS. I'm just wondering why they didn't just buy them outright, really, to be honest. But if this is a new mode of cooperation, that could actually be very interesting. It could be a new development. I mean, we've seen it before with the companies like Ricoh that distribute printers, and other companies that have distributed printers of competitors as well. The relationship with Stratasys and Objet, for example, started that way. So, it's not uncommon, this, but I don't know, it surprised me a little bit. The other news is that Kuuka is releasing its robots in conjunction with AIBuild. So, AIBuild is a British-based company again. They have collaborated with Kuuka and Kuuka is, of course, a really large robotics manufacturer, ostensibly German, but now part of Medea, which is a giant Chinese company that makes everything from air conditioners to robots, everything in between. So what they're doing is they're making a line of automated AM production cells. AM cell is called. Now, this is a huge move, and this is because Kuuka is so large. And in the robot market, there's a couple of other players, but it's this is one of the larger ones you could work with. And AIBuild, we've been working with them for a while. And so this is huge news because this automated production cell, I've mentioned this a couple times as well, especially using this robot, that's what we kind of need to make these medium format, large format parts a reality. So they have different sizes of AM cell. They're going to be powered by AIBuild's AI Sync software and Kuuka KR10 Agilis R900 robots. They have then a polymer extruder, so there's going to be a polymer production system, a non-planar extruder, of course, which will really greatly enhance the geometries you can make. Now, this is a fantastic solution, and for any other player in that space, a partnership with Kuuka would be absolutely fantastic. The one thing, though, that makes me a bit skeptical about this is that, well, AIBuild makes software, and that software can run, for example, 3D printer manufacturers setup. It could be bought by a client to run their setup. It could be bought by an integrator to integrate and build new printers. So, in effect, AIBuild is now saying, oh, we're kind of competing along with our Kuuka partner, along with you. Meanwhile, they still have to be interoperable with the Yaskawa and Staubli Fanuc robots as well. So they still have to maintain that relationship in order for their software to be used very well. And, on the one hand, it's a really, really great deal. It would be a great deal for any other company in the space. But specifically for AIBuild, I think the path to them becoming like the Windows of the large format and medium format 3D printing market is a much bigger opportunity. Unless they sell against all their old customers and, and kind of become the biggest in the market. And even then, the software just seems like a much better option. Now, if this is just kind of like a small little project with Kuuka, then also, I don't know, I wouldn't risk alienating the rest of the business, personally. That's just me. Okay, but I love AIBuild, love the company, love the software, it works really great. So, huge fan, but I think that being the one software partner for everyone is going to be a much more profitable thing, actually. Anyway, another news, this is that the Trumpf has told us that the TruePrint 5000, which is a large powder bed fusion system, now has a green laser. So what they did is they've printed some copper stuff before, but now they've integrated a green laser in the TruePrint 5000 to call it the TruePrint 5000 Green Edition. You didn't see that one coming. And the idea is that they will then, they kind of are telling us that it's as easy to print copper parts as it is to print stainless steel and all these other kind of normal materials for us. This would be huge because the tradition has been very difficult to print copper parts using any of the powder bed fusion systems that have worked for BMint and all these other guys on this. But it's traditionally been quite difficult, and what's been especially difficult is make larger parts, which is what everybody wants. And Trumpf says that it's now a new Green Edition printer can really make this happen, make this work. So this will be very, very exciting product offering, and the company says it's targeting like electric motors and heat exchangers, which is some of the areas in 3D printing that I'm the most excited about. So all in all, yeah, I think this is a fantastic move by Trumpf, and great for them to get this working. Well, I'm gonna go ahead to Formnext now. And I'll share all the wonderful things I find there with you. Thank you so much for your time today. And this is yours, Peels, and the 3D Printing News Unpeeled. Thank you.